At night, I dreamed that I fell into the river and almost drowned and struggled. It was terrible. The Green Mother Bodhisattva flew over and rescued me from the water in an instant. I was taken ashore by the Green Mother Bodhisattva, and I slowly got better in the new year. Qinglianchi, this is a kind of transshipment phase verification. Sister Yu, before moving, Zuoming Buddha's mother told me in her dream that I was going to move in the future. Please pay attention and invite her to her new home quietly. Later, I moved to make the statue of the Buddha mother in my arms. Zuoming Buddha's mother is a printed statue, framed, and given to me by a female brother. Maybe I read it before. 71 Zuoming Buddha Mother's heart mantra, recite it. TenWan met her husband and missed him intermittently. Liu got married smoothly. Sequence 680 wanted to get married in a month, but at that time, I went to the temple to practice the law, so it was delayed until the 10th month. Before contacting Buddhism, I was exposed to the release. Before the first release, I had dreamed of the release scene of the people at the release site. Later, I went to the same as in the dream, and then I came into contact with the cultivation circle and converted to Buddhism. I would like to share so much with my seniors to increase the confidence of other fellow practitioners. May the Bodhisattva's blessing not make me arrogant because of joy. In the Saha world, there is no perfection and perfection. After learning Buddhism and practice, it is not a Buddha and Bodhisattva who takes away all the suffering for himself. It is also very important to work hard to face difficulties, practice the law seriously, and not to complain. My writing style is limited, and I can't say any big truths. I often use the 8 words of your article to encourage myself, practice the law well, and the world is self-lenient. Qinglianchi, it's very easy. About the Guanyin statue, is so spiritual, do you still want to share it? Sister Yu, my sister has always been miserable. Guanyin Bodhisattva came into my dream and told her the fate of the debt. He summoned the wrong relatives to sit down and solve it. Originally, those wronged creditors did not agree to let my sister go and insisted on asking for her life. Later, under the mercy of Guanyin Bodhisattva, they resolved it. Since then, my sister has been transferred, and she almost didn't survive before that. Qinglianchi, this case is very wonderful and inspiring. Her sister has always been miserable. The Bodhisattva told the cause of the fate and death in the dream, that is, the killing in the previous life. To our surprise, Guanyin Bodhisattva personally summoned unjust relatives and creditors to reconcile for her. At first, the wrongful creditor did not agree to let her go and wanted to ask for her life, but Guanyin Bodhisattva was merciful and resolved, and he left. In this way, Sister Yu's sister is actually very blessed to be able to get the personal help of Guanyin Bodhisattva. Look at how many sufferers in the world are not blessed by the help of Bodhisattva. With the help of the Bodhisattva, there must be a cause, and the Buddha does not forget those who have no fate. The immediate cause of this layer of fate lies in her family, that is, Sister Yu offered a spiritual statue of Guanyin Bodhisattva at home. In fact, whether it is effective or not will affect whether the wish is effective or not only related to the sincerity of the heart. Because the spiritual icon will be connected with the original image in the Dharma world, and even some icons have the original body. I wrote a case before, and a senior shared, Grandpa also does cultural relics management. He often takes the lead in organizing personnel to repair damaged cultural relics and monuments. Among them, one of them has been repaired earlier than the great Buddha of Lashang. 6. The Buddha statue of the Tang dynasty. To put it a fourth, this Buddha is also interesting. My cousin is in poor health and can he get pregnant at all? My aunt went to beg for this Buddha. Half a year later, my aunt dreamed. An old woman said in her dream that she was the person beside the Buddha. There are several dolls here for you to choose, 2 boys and 1 girl. How about sending you a girl, saying that this girl is the person around the Buddha? My aunt was overjoyed when she woke up and knew that the Bodhisattva had appeared. She called her cousin who was still playing in Malaysia and asked if she was pregnant. My cousin said no, I don't know. My aunt told me to pay attention that you might be pregnant. After a month, my cousin called and said that she was really pregnant. Now my cousin's daughter is 1 year old. She has a very strange personality. She won't cry no matter how much she hurts. She never cries or makes a fuss. She is very intelligent. There is a cloud in the god of not emptiness, the first wind wheel proves the heavenly eye. Have enough to overlook all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all the immortals in the 10 directions. And all the Buddhas in the past. Those who live in Shelley also see it. Some Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, whose incarnations live in Shelley Pagoda and Buddha statues. So this is also the reason why you are clearly aware of the practice of the law and ask you to practice the Dharma in front of the Shelley Pagoda. Maybe the ancient Buddha will enter the Buddha there, and you practice the Dharma in front of you. How big is the Dharma flow? You will be able to achieve it quickly. For example, the Buddha statue in the Tang dynasty must have a saint living in it, so the prayer was quickly fulfilled. This is also a shortcut to make a wish. Speaking of this inside, you will see that there is a very big difference between offering Buddha statues and not offering Buddha statues, at least for mortals. For the saint, it is an exception to be able to clearly visualize the statue directly in the void. You worship the statue at home every day and recite mantras every day. You will be alert to the image and the guardian god in the Dharma world. At least the icon will be connected to the Dharma flow. If you are more diligent, there may be the incarnation of the Bodhisattva. After that, the more you offer, the more spiritual you will be. If you have a request, you will be able to respond. When you die, you will take you directly to the Pure Land. For those who do not provide, it is a question whether to always remember the Lord firmly and get the corresponding one due to the scattered hearts of mortals. Therefore, I also often advise people to pay more respect to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas if they have the conditions, which is of great significance. According to the case of Sister Yu, let us talk about the problem of wrongful relatives and creditors. Some people do not admit their existence. But in fact they really exist, at least for those who have not been enlightened, they really exist. The enlightened person has no ability, no birth and no distraction, no Buddha and no demon. Naturally, there will be no such kind of peace. However, in the cause and effect of the mortals of the thin land, the problem of wronged relatives and creditors cannot be ignored. Why is the earth hiding method so effective, and the sense of disaster relief and blessing is like a sound? It is because the underground hiding method can quickly get rid of many wronged relatives and creditors, and it has the blessing power of non-commune. At the same time, the virtue of the Bodhisattva is to eliminate karma and increase blessings, so it can respond quickly. And her sister, after this dream, began to be transferred, and the reality changed, indicating that this dream was true. And her sister, the transformation is to be thanked to Guanyin Bodhisattva. This blessing may come from the good cause of the past, and the most direct cause is to offer Guanyin Bodhisattva the help of the land god Amitabha Buddha. First of all, I would like to thank you for your Dharma. According to the introduction of your article, I didn't recite it, but only burned Yuanbao 3 times. Yesterday, I dreamed of the land and asked me to serve him every day, and he followed me in the future. And he said don't worry about the money, he will help. It doesn't burn much each time. According to your article, it is published, that is 200 yuanbao, after burning, you will make a fortune, add up to 5 more than 1,000 yuan, thank you very much. Amitabha Buddha, I also thought about it myself. Every time I made a fortune, I never left a point, and all of it was offered to my master. The master built a thatched hut by himself. It was snowing on such a cold day. I felt uncomfortable to see it. So I am determined to seek wealth from my master. Amitabha Buddha, would you like to listen to the protection of the final mountain? It is the invisible 8 heavenly dragons and the protection of the land god. I can learn it well by myself. But I always get their support. Although I don't have extra money, I have never been short of food. These protections are really sincere protection. Qinglianchi, the true story told by this elder brother will be shared in subsequent articles. In a cave, there is practice. 1300 The practitioner of the year spoke to the master who lived in the cave. In the past, I heard that there were people who practiced immortality in Qinglianchi mountain, or became immortals, and have been alive from the Tang dynasty to the present. They set up a formation that ordinary people can see with the naked eye unless they enter the order. And the story shared by the elder brother, the 5 practitioners in the cave, I don't know what kind of life they are, but they converted to the monk master. I once asked Lakshmi when the senior sister observed Qinglianchi mountain, she saw that Luohan lived there. What I saw was Luohan's appearance, with a very large body and strange bones. That dress is torn for ordinary people. But they should be wearing robes like Tiani, all of which are shiny. This dress is 2 images, that is, to explain what the appearance is like, what the legal appearance is like. Of course, there are also immortals and some elves, animal fairies, etc. living there. The senior sister also traced the process of the formation of the southern mountain in the ancient era of the 4 seas and 8 wildernesses, which was related to the gods of that era. The area of Qinglianchi mountain used to be one of the dojos of the cave Buddha, and its aura is full of aura. In the future, find an opportunity to visit there, pull the senior sister and the senior brother who has practice, and go there to witness the place where bodhisattvas and Luohan lie and immortals practice. The elder brother above said that he had never lacked food with the protection of the 8 heavenly dragons and the land god of Qinglianchi mountain. I have also written before that a senior sister's mother-in-law, a single mother, took care of her children. Because she often burned the stove prince and the god of the land, there was never a shortage of food, clothing and reception. How much they can help you depends on the ability and blessings of the gods, but it is not a problem to provide food and clothing for a family. And at the level of the great auspicious goddess and the strong earth god, their gift and help power is particularly great, and they can be rich with others. Of course, this kind of wealth is also based on the blessing of the traveler himself. And with their strong support, the acceptance will appear quickly. Related case sharing.